cars. But let's see how that plays out in Saudi Arabia, because that seems to be the destination of choice for some of these big fights. We'll be looking out for it. But Anne joins me now to bring us what you've been saying across the social media, especially on X. Right, Anne?
Yes, but before we talk about the trends, what caught my attention from that top story is the airfare, the aviation sector. I mean, I saw as little as 676,000 naira yesterday, but a lot of people are also saying that when you click on it, at the end of the day, the total price will still be that high price it used to be. So, I mean, the difference is still something to question.
You know, it's a good war for this war that is going on. For the passengers is good.
Yes.
But we're also concerned about how airpeace, our own domestic flight, will survive this onslaught, because they are market movers and they want to come in. You know what Glo did with MTN and the rest of them.
Yes,
so it's all of this kind of it's a pricing war that is going on. But let's see how it plays out and how it ends.
All right. So let's begin with the two persons who plunged into the lagoon after that accident on the 3rd Mainland Bridge, which we told you earlier. And the video is right on your screen right now. That happened on the 3rd Mainland Bridge with the car turning, and that threw two people actually, out of the vehicle into the lagoon. Wow. Well, we still have to bring you updates if they were found or the next development from that story.
So you can see that's the camera overlooking from the bridge, looking into that lagoon. Search and rescue operation still on. We haven't gotten an update, as Anna said, as to whether or not those individuals that are being searched for have been found, or whether they are alive or dead. So that's why it's a race against time to see what happens at the end of the day. We hope that they are found and brought out alive. But that's the hope of everyone. But that's the situation. But let's find out what you are saying on X. Abdul Bagay says, all LT buses need caution and orientation on the 3rd Mainland Bridge after the repair on the bridge. They should also stop Kurukwe.
That's the small bus.
Okay, on the bridge.
That should be the small bus.
Kurukwe is which one?
The tiny bus. The tiny buses.
Okay, the mini buses.
The mini buses, yeah.
Okay,
that's it. All right, this is from Duncan Efosa 1. It says, the road was just renovated, and now this. Drivers need to be driving at moderate speed to avoid these avoidable accidents. God will help us. I mean, we've talked about how people should be careful. We cannot emphasize it more and more, but we'll continue to do that.
Alaka says, the truth is that the function of the government, I'm not sure what you're trying to say, ensure most of these downfalls are tested for road integrity and worthiness with a large number of passengers they convey on highways with top speed. I totally agree, because for private vehicles, the number is minimal. But for these buses that carry a lot of people, some 18, some 16, some 12, some even more, we need to pay attention to them so that people don't just lose their life carelessly.
All right, so Fortune Obot says that not good at all. The amount of accidents on our roads is becoming alarming because of overspeeding. Drivers do not follow the prescribed driving rules and regulations. Therefore, they're unable to avoid the simple acts that are unsafe. To avoid this kind of drivers should actually be educated. So I'm sure you're saying to avoid these kinds of accidents.
Yeah, Jackson J says these buses are not meant to be on the road. If you see some of them. If you see some of these buses, you will like, what in the world? How did this man or this woman drive through LASMA, drive through road safety, drive through VIO? How?
And it's still moving and not stopped in any way.
And when you stop them and they say, this is very good. In fact, I can take you to Ibadan. Anyway.
Horrible. All right, Chijoke says that this is why it is good to know how to swim. Okay, I think Chijoke is talking about, the same accident. Whether you like going close to water or not, just learn. These two did not wake up today with plans that they will find themselves inside water, not to talk about something as big as the Lagos Lagoon. I pray they are rescued and they are safe. Well, that's our prayer, which brings us to learning some skills also, life-saving skills.
Life skills,
very
survival
important.
skills.
As little, when kids come, when you have children, start teaching them. It's important to learn the skills also so that when the time comes for you to use them, you're able to use them.
Ostino Oyenze says, just opened last week and buses are already having accidents here and there. Lagos drivers now. Wow.
All right, that's it on the accident on the 3rd Mainland Bridge. We definitely will bring you updates, and we hope that the two who plunged into the river are found. All right, dealers are demanding 850 naira per litre diesel, and Dangote and marketers are meeting. We're bringing you updates on that, and this is coming from Ofuku Anthony. He says that they are demanding 850 naira per litre, right? Will the marketers then sell to Nigerians at 900 naira per litre for diesel, or they want Dangote to sell to them at 850 naira per litre so that they will sell to Nigerians at 1,200 per litre? Being Nigerian marketers, they will want to make more than Dangote.
Well, so Dangote has started selling the diesel to the marketers, so which is why this conversation ensued. So I'm sure they are trying to, they're going to come around it, but this is a business concern. He bought these things in dollars. He has to do his cost analysis to know where to peg it. So they know how to have this conversation. At the end of the day, we hope it's to the benefit of the citizens. Mr. Ola says, this will be a huge win for Nigeria if it concedes. With Naira appreciating, the landing cost of these petroleum products are reducing, and if Dangote can give a lower price and sell in Naira, it will really turn things around for good. By the way, crude oil is not sold in Naira.
It's sold in dollars.
It's sold in dollars. Let's be clear. All right, Super
T971 says that Dangote should break the monopoly of these dealers by not conceding to their demands. The moment he agrees to them, he'll continue to be at their mercy, unless the price is profitable for him at 850 naira per litre. And even at that, he should sell to anyone that wants to buy and not only to the dealers.
Okay, let's now head to the Nollywood actor who we talked about earlier. It was a back and forth last night, from he drowned, he's dead, he's alive, he's dead again, and all of that. So that's a gentleman. For those of you who are not familiar with who he is,
that's
Junior Pope, Nollywood actor who died yesterday on River Niger. They went filming, and of course, unfortunately, rather, the boat capsized, and it was just a sad development.
And
so
you'll be thinking,
you've been talking about this online. So let's take your thoughts. Can Star says, so painful. Thought it was false at first, but may he be blessed with the best place of rest.
Amen. And Uzoma Anthony Prince says that Kai, another big loss to Nollywood again. Well, may his soul rest in peace.
This person, Tessie, says, Junior Pope, what a sad and painful loss to Nollywood. May his soul rest in peace, and may God grant his family and friends the fortitude to bear this loss.
And Kay Wheezy also says that this is sad, despite pleading with a guy that kept speeding on that boat, and no life jacket again, everything went wrong. I mean, we remember that he was actually pleading with the guy but that was when he was going. So probably the same thing happened when he was returning.
All right, so let's now head to the Ethiopian Airlines and British Airways reducing the Lagos to London fare price. Price is lower than that of Airpeace. So it's a price war. Airpeace came in as what they call market mover. They are the first movers. So it's a price war. How will this end? We do not know. Mayor of Enugu says, now, is it a flex to cut down the prices just like that? Well, that's what competition does, by the way. It could make one thing that Nigerians have been victims of extortion before all of these occurrences.
All right, Dickinson Sports International says that let us believe that the reduction in price is for the good of Nigerians. Let it not be a way to remove Airpeace on the way and then triple their prices. That's the discussion.
We hope our Airpeace and other Nigerian domestic airlines survive wars like this, but the experts know, they anticipated this, is expected. So, like the Airpeace man, Ali Noleyama says, in his words, say, like, you want to come and remove food from somebody's mouth, they will come at you. So I'm sure it was ready, he did his studies to be ready for this particular moment, but all we can do is to support our own. We're proud of what Airpeace is doing, and we hope it's sustained. Well, those are the things we've been tracking on X for you. We will now delve into that conversation, a couple of them, right here on the show after this break. Join us again.